Kang Ha-na is an overweight young woman who works 2 jobs to pay for her father's hospital stay due to dementia. Her first job is as a phone intimacy operator, where she listens to her clients' problems, offers comfort, and pretends to make love to them. Her second job is as a ghost singer for Amy, a famous pop singer who can't actually sing. Ha-na has a massive crush on Han Sang-joon, the director and son of the record company's owner, and she's best friends with Park Young-min, one of the backup singers. One evening, after Ha-na accidentally breaks the wooden platform she had been standing on with her heavy dancing, Amy scolds her for her carelessness. However, Amy quickly becomes jealous when Sang-joon barely checks on her, but shows extra worry and pride for Ha-na, even allowing her to hug him. Later, while having lunch together, Young-min scolds Ha-na for believing she has a chance with Sang-joon and reminds her that he's just being polite, a truth Ha-na refuses to accept. She recalls her only past relationship, which was awful. The man had used her to buy his products, telling her she was perfect as she was, only to dump her after she signed the checks. Devastated, Ha-na stopped eating and swallowed a bunch of diet pills, ending up in the hospital. That day, she decided dieting wasn't for her. After lunch, Ha-na and Young-min get matching tattoos, choosing the African symbol of Hakuna Matata, which is said to grant wishes. A few days later, Ha-na's hopes soar when Sang-joon offers to give her a ride to her father's hospital and even invites her to his birthday party. She spends the entire trip doodling the Hakuna Matata symbol on music sheets, dreaming of her wishes coming true. At the hospital, she dances with her father, whose Alzheimer's makes him see her as his deceased wife. The next day, Ha-na receives a package from Sang-joon, a dress and a card asking her to wear it to his birthday party. However, the dress doesn't look good on her when she tries it on, so she covers it with a jacket when she goes to the party. Things become awkward when Sang-joon's brother, Choi, asks her to take the jacket off, and everyone at the table can see how unflattering the dress looks on her. Ha-na mentions that Sang-joon sent it, but he has no idea what she's talking about. At that moment, Amy arrives wearing the same dress, looking stunning, and her smirk reveals she was the one who sent Ha-na the package as a cruel joke. Feeling humiliated, Ha-na leaves the room, and Sang-joon immediately guesses that Amy orchestrated the prank. He takes Amy to the bathroom to scold her, reminding her that he doesn't like Ha-na romantically but needs to keep her happy for the sake of the company's profits. Unbeknownst to them, Ha-na has been hiding in one of the stalls and overhears everything. Heartbroken, she goes home and prepares to end her life. After sealing all the doors and windows with tape, she turns on the gas and waits for it to take her out. However, her plan is interrupted when one of her clients calls her for comfort. Remembering what this client does for a living, Ha-na gets an idea. The next day, Ha-na visits Lee Kong-hak, a plastic surgeon, who informs her that all the surgeries she wants are possible, but will be very expensive. When he refuses to give her credit, Ha-na reveals she's the phone operator who has been taking his calls and has copies of all their conversations, which could ruin his marriage. To protect his reputation, Kong-hak agrees to operate on her for free. Ha-na disappears for a whole year to work on her new identity. She throws away all her food, leaves her dog at a random neighbor's house, and takes only the basics to the hospital. The only exception is a doll her father had gifted her, hoping she'd become pretty like it someday. While she undergoes various surgeries and begins an exercise routine, Amy's career starts to decline, and Sang-joon begins searching for Ha-na. He finds her apartment empty except for her dog, who returned on her own, and a message on the answering machine from Young-min, who is also looking for her. Sang-joon visits Ha-na's father, who has no answers for him, but holds onto the doll his daughter gave him during her last visit. 1 year after Sang-joon's birthday party, Kong-hak removes the last bandage from Ha-na's face, and she finally sees her new self in the mirror. She's unbelievably pretty, and the best part is that it looks like natural beauty. Since all her clothes are too big for her now, she sneaks into the nurse's room and steals a uniform so she can wear something other than the hospital gown and go out for a walk. While wandering around, she realizes that the dress she's always admired from afar can now be hers, so she buys it and puts it on, feeling much more confident. Later, she visits a shopping mall where Sang-joon and Amy are holding a signing event. There aren't many people there, and a producer from another company mocks them because Amy, now unable to sing, is acting in a poorly performing sitcom. After the event, Ha-na follows Sang-joon into the parking lot, trying to stay hidden but accidentally revealing herself when a delivery guy crashes his bike against the boom barrier, distracted by her beauty. When Sang-joon comes closer to check on the guy, Ha-na gets afraid of being recognized and puts on the guy's helmet before leaving. However, she continues to follow Sang-joon around. She enters a car dealership just to watch him, but a salesperson approaches her and, after complimenting her beauty, convinces her to buy an old, battered car. She doesn't care about the car's imperfections. She's simply happy that someone complimented her. Distracted by this thought while driving, she accidentally hits a car in front of her. The driver is initially furious but changes his attitude when he sees her pretty face. The same happens with a police officer who arrives, claiming the other driver cut in front of her, which wasn't true, but the driver agrees. A female witness demands the cop ask Ha-na for her license, but the license still has her old picture, so she's taken to the police station and held until someone can confirm her identity. Young-min arrives but doesn't recognize Ha-na at first, mistaking her for a hobo sleeping on the couch. Ha-na shows her the tattoo to prove her identity. Later, the two go out for dinner, and Ha-na expresses her wish to return to the record company and sing again. Young-min warns her against it, reminding her that everyone at the company is angry with her for running away and ruining Ami's second album. However, Ha-na points out that even Young-min didn't recognize her with her new looks, so she just needs to create a new identity. The next day, Young-min takes Ha-na to auditions for Ami's new ghost singer, introducing her as a Korean-American friend named Jenny. Ha-na's singing impresses everyone, and she's immediately accepted as the new voice. However, Sang-joon grows suspicious, thinking he recognizes her from when she stalked him. When Choi comments on her beauty, Ha-na panics and claims it's all natural, saying she hates cosmetic surgeries and would never do that to herself. Later, Sang-joon and Choi convince their father to make Ha-na a proper singer instead of Ami's ghost voice, citing her natural innocence as something money can't buy. Their father initially resists, even throwing an ashtray at Choi, but eventually agrees. As Ha-na begins a successful career as a model in advertising, Ami grows jealous and frustrated, wanting to be a singer rather than a sitcom actress. Ami keeps visiting Ha-na's father, hoping to find Ha-na. During one visit, Ha-na's father overhears Ami complaining about her job and tells her that only God can do everything, while humans do what they're capable of. Later, while at the pool, Ami tries to get Ha-na to admit she's had surgery by having her apply sunscreen and pointing out her lack of tan for someone from California. Ha-na almost slips up a few times, but catches herself. Afterward, she goes to a beauty salon to get a tan, but spends 3 hours covering her chest, fearing her implants might pop in the machine. Kong Hak scolds her for this, assuring her implants don't work that way, and tells her the real issue is that Ha-na is too shy and needs to show off her body confidently. During her first single recording, Ha-na begins acting more boldly, like Ami, which Sang-joon doesn't like. He shows her a recording of her former self singing passionately and tells her he wants her to sing like that, from the heart, instead of being obsessed with her looks. Ha-na is deeply moved but struggles with whether to confess her feelings. Young-min warns her against it, reminding her that Sang-joon hates cosmetic surgery and would consider her a fraud. Frustrated, Ha-na lashes out at Young-min, pointing out that the boy Young-min is seeing is the same type of manipulative guy she used to date. Despite Young-min's advice, Ha-na visits Sang-joon under the guise of discussing songs. They eventually having dinner together, and Ha-na seizes the opportunity to inquire about his views on cosmetic surgery, discovering he despises it just as she claims to. This solidifies her belief that she shouldn't reveal her secret, but their discussion is abruptly interrupted when Ha-na's dog appears unexpectedly. Sang-joon has been caring for the dog since finding it in her abandoned apartment. The dog instantly recognizes Ha-na and clings to her. While conversing with Sang-joon, she absent-mindedly uses a command to make the dog lie down, startling Sang-joon when it obeys. After dinner, Sang-joon drives Ha-na home and steps in front of her when he spots a stalker lurking in the shadows. The man turns out to be the delivery guy from the parking lot. Sang-joon confronts him, even shoving him against a fence, but Ha-na pleads for leniency, empathizing with the pain of loving someone from afar without confessing. A few days later, Ha-na attempts to visit her father, but leaves upon seeing Ami still there. From that moment, she dedicates all her energy to her new identity, focusing on recording, exercising, and burning her old photographs. One evening, Ha-na overhears Ami's terrible singing and, feeling pity, reassures her it's okay to pursue other paths, echoing her father's favorite saying about God being the only one who can do everything. This sparks Ami's suspicion, and the next day, she finds "You're a phony" scrawled on her car's hood. While preparing for her TV debut, Ha-na receives a call informing her that Young-min is in the hospital after a suicide attempt. She rushes there immediately, prioritizing her friend over work. The doctor explains they found an excessive amount of sleeping pills in Young-min's stomach, but assures Ha-na she'll survive. Already suspecting the culprit, Ha-na returns to their apartment to retrieve Young-min's boyfriend's business card and discovers the home sauna he sold her in the living room. Ha-na hurries to the boyfriend's office building and confronts him in the elevator, waiting for the doors to close before berating him and even striking him with her shoe. When the doors reopen, Sang-joon intervenes, paying the boyfriend off to avoid a scandal. He then tears Ha-na's skirt and messes up her hair to make it seem like she was the victim of an assault. Afterward, they rush to the TV studio for Ha-na's performance. Sang-joon reassures her not to worry about her disheveled appearance, as the audience will adore her voice. Ha-na hugs him before stepping on stage, where she begins singing timidly. However, seeing Sang-joon's support gives her the confidence to unleash her powerful voice. The audience is captivated, and Sang-joon mocks the rival producer who had taunted him at the mall, proving he has the superior artist. Ha-na's career soars, bringing the company immense profits and earning her fans everywhere, though one persistent hater continues to label her a phony on her posters. At least her father enjoys her music. One evening, after sharing a meal, Sang-joon kisses her and attempts to touch her, but Ha-na recalls Kong Hak's warning that excessive handling might expose her artificial body. She rejects his advances but, seeing his disappointment, devises a solution. Using their phones, she guides him through intimacy, drawing on her experience as a phone operator. Sang-joon falls asleep afterward, and Han-na watches him from another room, sketching the Hakuna Matata symbol on the window, reflecting on how it granted her wish. Later, Sang-jun wakes up and finds Han-na sleeping on the couch. He leaves a glass of water for her and notices the symbol on the window, recognizing it from the music sheets she doodled on over a year ago. He begins connecting the dots, her comments about cosmetic surgery, her inability to confess, the dog's reaction, and even her familiar embrace. Jenny is Han-na. When she wakes, he dismisses her, instructing her to act as though the previous night never happened. Days later, at a party, Amy brings Han-na's father, pretending he's just a fan, to gauge her reaction. Her father tries to return the doll, but Han-na, determined to maintain her lie, tosses it aside. Sang-jun intervenes, escorting her father away as he would any fan, but Han-na's pretense disappoints him. Young-min steps in, taking Han-na's father back to the hospital while chastising Han-na for her behavior. Later, Han-na privately confesses everything to Sang-jun, but when he admits he already knew and only cares about her singing, she breaks down, realizing she's merely a product. Overwhelmed, she tears down posters, throws CDs, and cuts her hand in the process. Sang-jun tries to stop the bleeding with a tissue, but Han-na dismisses him, stating that surgery and heartbreak hurt far more. On the morning of her big concert, Choi delivers bad news. A letter threatening to expose Han-na's identity has arrived, and their father wants to cancel the event. Sang-jun finally stands up to his father, reminding him who has driven the company's success and declaring the concert will proceed. At the venue, Han-na notices Young-min has brought her father. She apologizes to Young-min in the bathroom, but Young-min acts cold, claiming the old man is just someone she offered shelter to after he was locked out of the hospital. As the show begins, Han-na is too distraught to perform, but Sang-jun convinces her this is her moment to do something for herself, not for him or Amy. Han-na takes the stage and spots her father dancing with the doll in the audience. Security tries to remove him, but Han-na stops them, deciding she can't continue the charade. She tearfully shares her story with the crowd, admitting she no longer knows who she is. Sang-jun plays a video of her former self, singing passionately on the screens behind her. The delivery guy, now a fan, starts chanting "It's okay," and soon the entire audience joins in, showing their support. Though grateful, Han-na still can't sing. Fortunately, Young-min appears on stage and begins singing, allowing Han-na to leave and embrace her father as Choi sets off fireworks. Jenny's career collapses after the concert, but Han-na rises to fame, with the delivery guy joining her marketing team. She gains new fans but also more detractors who vandalize her car with the word pig. Han-na begins treating Sang-jun more professionally, standing up for herself instead of blindly following him, and Sang-jun admires this new version of her, even returning her dog. In her free time, Han-na continues visiting her father at the hospital to dance with him. Meanwhile, Kong-hak sees a surge in clients due to his fame as Han-na's surgeon and is surprised when Young-min visits his office, requesting a full-body transformation. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss updates on new stories like this.